Hello, all my cyber classmates. I My name is Pat Carroll, and I'd like to talk a little bit about my technological history. I've listened to a bunch of yours, and hopefully you'll get to listen to mine. Uh, a lot of my technological history has been hand in hand with the development of technology, but more for me, it's been music technology through the years. I began listening to music at a young age, and in that form, I think most of it was on the radio. But then I slowly started, getting allowance money and buying cassettes. And then I went from the transition of cassette to a CD, and then ultimately from CD to digital files and MP3 players. And now most of my music I just stream off of Pandora or other websites like Spotify. That makes music much more readily available. Before you used to have to worry about, piracy issues and things like that. Not sure if you were getting legitimate copies. Now it makes it much easier just to go on iTunes or go get a Spotify membership and listen to the music you want that way without any fear of legal repercussions. I guess that's how I learned most to work on computers or with technology, just downloading different files and first figuring out what downloading something was, and then after that learning what to do once you got the file, and just sat hours on hours and end when I was in high school at the computer. And I was the one kid in the family that everybody relied on to fix the computer. So just through tinkering, I figured out how to do things pretty well. A lot of my friends were also into it, so communication with them also helped through AIM. I didn't really use email that much to correspond with my peers, but I used AOL Instant Messenger, and I really honestly feel like that was a big precursor to today's text messaging, that and why everybody is so good at texting and just so used to it, because we've been doing it in a different format but kind of the same thing for a long time. I love the idea of using technology in the classroom. I think it's great. I like smart boards. I love seeing the kids use iPads or laptops. And any way that you can get them engaged in a whole class setting, that they're fired up to use the technology to learn something new, I feel like that's a good opportunity. And if you didn't have the technology in the classroom, it might be a missed opportunity. So it's important to try and incorporate those things into your routine. I love the modern push in schools for robotics. I see a lot of the Vex robotics and other things like that, where students are first building the robot and then using coding or remote controls and then getting the robots to do what they want. So I never experienced anything like that. I did build stuff with tools like with Kinects, but I never had a robotics Kinect. So to see the kids take it to that next step and then incorporate technology to make their work relevant, I feel like that's really cool. And a lot of the kids they're really taking hold to it, and I don't see too many like misbehaving during that, or they're just engaged through the whole lesson. I would like to do some stuff like that in my classroom, incorporate technology, and we tried to Kahoot it. I thought that was the coolest thing in the world, where you had live action, responses, and see how you're doing with the questions and how you compare to other people. Young kids are competitive. They would love to, see their answer, their name at the top of the list. So the more you can incorporate technology for just everybody in the class to be on the same page and working together, I feel like it will really help. I plan on using a little bit more technology in my second practicum site, or student teaching site, because they do use Google Classroom, and my host teacher is very familiar with it, so I look forward to that because I do get to look at it a little bit, and just seeing the correspondence between the teacher and the parents, and how much data was available for the parents without taking any time out of their day. They could be home just as easily checking their email, but they're checking their kids' grades or making sure that they're doing their homework, or if they're struggling with their homework, that they have support. So I really look forward to getting a little bit more comfortable with that and hopefully incorporate it into my own classroom someday in the future. So that's it for me for now. I'll see everybody later.